Hey, what up, guys? Hot as balls out here, so I'm gonna try to get this done quickly. Summertime, not good where I'm from in California, Central Valley. So this week coming up, we got 3 cards coming at you this week. This covers the week. It's starting on June 23rd. We got one on June 25th, and then one on. Actually, that's it. There's a possible one on Saturday, the 27th, for Miguel Berchelt, the 130-pound champion. He might be fighting at lightweight in a main event of an ESPN card coming from Mexico, but I think those cards are kind of coming last minute. Nothing's official right now on Berchelt's fight, so hopefully we'll see what's happened. So we start with, like I said, June 23rd tonight. It's Tuesday, 6 o'clock, ESPN. You got a doubleheader. Should be pretty decent. On the undercard, you got two former world title challengers going at it. Kind of a crossroads fight. Christopher Diaz was supposed to be something a couple years ago. Then he ran into I forget the Japanese fighter's name, but he lost fighting for a vacant title at 130. He decided that last year to move down to 126, where he took on Shakur Stevenson, and just got outboxed, outclassed over 10 rounds. So had a couple losses over the last couple years. Now he's facing Jason Sanchez, who only lost one fight when he stepped up and took on Oscar Valdez for the world title last year in June. He lost a decision to Valdez at featherweight, so kind of a crossroads fight to see who's going to win this one. I think it's going to be a good action-packed fight right here, and I think you guys should tune in for it. I'm picking Diaz to win this fight by a decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sanchez pulled it out, but I think Diaz is the better fighter. I think he's going to pull this one out. In the main event, you got undefeated super flyweight champion, that's 115, Andrew Maloney. He'll be taking on Joshua Franco, who's I think got 1 or 2 losses. This is Maloney's debut in the United States, so Bob Arum's trying to bring this guy out. I don't really know too much about the super flyweights. Those divisions are out of my league, but he is undefeated. I went and looked at him in Franco's records. Maloney's been in there with a couple decent guys, and he's trying to just build his resume up, and this is the first world title fight since the pandemic. The coronavirus pandemic has been lifted, so I think Maloney gets the win here over Franco and retains the title. Then on Thursday, June 25th, you got the doubleheader here has been shifted around. The other Maloney brother, Jason Maloney, I believe he's been banging around at bantamweight 118. It looks like he's moving up to super bantamweight though, and taking on Leonardo Baez. It's Jason Maloney's debut. He's only got 1 loss. It was a split decision loss, I believe, a couple years ago to Emmanuel Rodriguez, and he's taken on I think it's taking on a replacement opponent. He's going to get a win. It's just kind of a stay busy opponent. I think he's going to get a win for sure and keep pushing forward. That's on Thursday. And then Abraham Nova, an undefeated fighter on the rise. I think he's a middleweight. I think he's taken on, he was supposed to take on Toka Khan Clary. Instead, now he's going to be facing off against some unknown guy named Avery Sparrow. Clary had to pull out of the fight. So not big time action these next couple days, but I really do think the Christopher Diaz Jason Sanchez fight is kind of the fight of the week and could end up being the fight of the month in terms of back and forth action. So check that out on ESPN. Not great fights coming at you with boxing, but good enough. And then, like I said, stay tuned on Saturday because I think Miguel Berchelt's going to fight in Mexico. He's the number 1 fighter at 130. He's moving up to 135 just to stay busy ahead of his showdown with Oscar Valdez later this year, a mandatory title fight. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. True Boxing, been hit with the truth.